What's up, everyone? Justin here, back with a new prediction. God damn it, shut up. Anyways, it's noisy tablet. Had the sound too loud. Anyways, this is my Impact Wrestling Slammiversary 2020 pay-per-view. It's like their anniversary show, basically, because Impact, formerly TNA, has been around since June 2002. Coming up on almost 20 fucking years, almost 20 years ago, 18 years ago, TNA Impact was born. Under Dixie Carter, my God, and her father's money, and the company that I think her family started, or that was giving money, or the company her father started was giving money, keeping TNA alive, Impact alive all those years. I think they're called Panda Energy. Anyways, under Dixie Carter, there was very good wrestling, very good moments, a lot of new, young, great talent we saw for the first time on pay-per-view and cable. Guys like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, Kazarian, Chris Sabin. I mean, so many guys got their break. Their big break in wrestling in TNA. Beer Money, America's Most Wanted. I mean, so many talents did very well in Impact. It was an alternative to the WWE. Kurt Angle had great fucking matches in TNA and Impact. Drew McIntyre, Drew Galloway was fucking great. He was Impact World Champ. Bobby Lashley was great in Impact. EC3, Rockstar Spud got themselves over in Impact. I could name a ton of other guys, but I won't. It's a miracle that Anthem actually bought the company. First off, Billy Corgan saved Impact. He saved them. I think it was a Slammiversary. They didn't have enough money to put the show on pay-per-view. Billy Corgan saved them, wrote a check. And then he got screwed by Dixie, and they went to court. But, my God, it's still a miracle. Impact Wrestling is around. I'm glad they're around because it's another company for other wrestlers to work and get paid. It's a miracle, though. It is a miracle. Impact is still around. And their TV on Access TV, whatever the hell the channel is called, Axios or Access, they got themselves their own TV network because Anthem bought Access TV, or whatever the hell the channel is. I don't have it, and I'm not going to pay extra for it, but I still try to follow Impact. I don't watch every week. I know who the champions are. I know who the wrestlers are, so I'm going to do a predictions now for Slammiversary. Slammiversary, what is it, 18, or Slammiversary, what number is it, 17? I don't know. There's been a lot of damn Slammiversaries. The first one, I believe, was 2005, I think. So here we go. Up first, let's start with, not the world title, but let's start with, for the, in an old school rules match, unsanctioned. Basically, that means hardcore match for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. That Moose made himself Impact World Champion, or TNA World Champion, the old TNA World title, with the TNA letters in the middle of it. Moose, the TNA World Champion, defending against Tommy Dreamer. Old school rules match, unsanctioned. My prediction, I'm going to go with... I'd like to see Tommy win. I would be happy. I would mark out and pop. Because I love Tommy Dreamer. Big fan of him since his ECW days. I see Moose winning and retaining the TNA World title. It would be cool. It would be a great moment if Tommy Dreamer got a run with a world title. Even though the TNA World title really doesn't mean much because it's not the Impact World title. But whatever. They just want an extra belt. They should have just brought back the TV title or Global Championship or something. So Moose wins over Tommy Dreamer. It should be a really good unsanctioned matchup. Up next for the tag team titles, Impact tag team titles North. The North, Ethan Page, Josh Alexander, the champions, defending against Ken Shamrock. Yes, Ken Shamrock is in TNA still. The guy's in great shape. I believe he's like 54 years old or something. Let me check. Shamrock is ripped. He's, how old is he? 56. My God. Ken Shamrock is 56 years old, but still he's in great shape. He's teaming up with Sami Callihan. Ken Shamrock, Sami Callihan. That's a weird team. I think we're going to get new tag champs. So, Ken Shamrock, Callihan win. I'm not a fan of Sami Callihan, by the way, but I still think him and Shamrock are going to win. That was embarrassing when Ken Shamrock had to take the dick flip. That was fucking embarrassing, in my opinion. And Joey Ryan is absolute scum of the earth for what he's done to women. Assaulted women, sexually assaulted them, probably raped them, probably forced himself on them. He should be absolutely banned from wrestling and blackballed. Actually, I would like to see him suffer worse and have his nuts and his dick cut off by some of the women that he assaulted. Let the women assault him back. That's what I would have. His punishment be have his dick cut off with a fucking machete. Or worse, with a chainsaw. Let him do it with a chainsaw to Joey Ryan. I hope that fucker gets charged and serves prison time. So, yeah, he should... Joey Ryan was part of Impact before they released him when they found out what he did. Joey Ryan absolutely deserves a rot in prison forever. Don't let him out. So up next, we have a gauntlet match. A gauntlet for the gold. Back in June 2002 is when I first saw a gauntlet for the gold. It was like a 20-man battle royal with a countdown clock. It's pretty awesome. Gauntlet for the gold is back to determine a number one contender for the Knockouts Championship. You got Alicia Edwards in it, the wife of Eddie Edwards. Havoc, Jessica Havoc. Carrie, what's her name? God damn it. Karina Hogan, or whatever her name is. I know who she is, I just can't say her name. Karina Hogan. Or Kara Hogan, however you say it. Kimberly, she's back. wrestling. She was a part of the Mae Young Classic. She's been a part of a lot of companies. Shimmer. Sadly, I think she's in CZW. That company is trash to me. But Kimberly's back. And she's a knockout, I guess. Or they're using her. Kylie Rae. Smiley. Kylie Rae. She wasn't happy, obviously, in AEW. Maybe she didn't want to be in a big company. I don't know, but she wants to be in Impact. Kylie Rae. Nevin. Formerly, Nevin was a part of, or not Nevin, Nevaeh. Her name is actually spelled backwards. It's Heaven spelled backwards. So Nevaeh, long time ago in the start of Shimmer, she was a part of Shimmer. She was actually Shimmer Tag Team Champions with Madison Rayne. They were a really good team in Shimmer, Nevaeh and Madison Rayne. At the time, it was Nevaeh in Shimmer. It was Nevaeh and Ashley Lane, I think, was Madison Rayne's name. So also Nevaeh, Madison Rayne, Rosemary, Susie. I like Susie, the character. It's Su Yung, but she's Susie. I think her character is really good. Her character work as Susie. It's awesome. What Su Young's doing is Susie. And I love Rosemary. Tasha Steelz also. And Taya Valkyrie in a Knockouts Gauntlet for the Gold. My prediction, your winner should be Kiera Hogan. Kiera Hogan should win. But I don't know. If they don't give it to Kiera Hogan, I think Kylie Rae wins. I'm going to actually change my prediction and give it to Kylie Rae. Smiley Kylie Rae. So, up next, we have a singles match for the X Division Championship. Willie Mack, he's really fucking good. The X Division Champion, Willie Mack, defends against Chris Bay. He's good too. And Chris Bay, for some reason, is with Johnny Swinger, formerly WCW's Johnny Swinger, and ECW's Johnny Swinger. Also, he's a part of NWA TNA in like 03 and I think 04. So my prediction, Willie Mack wins and retains. Up next, for the Knockouts title, Jordynne Grace, the champion defending. Jordynne Grace defending against Deonna Purrazzo. She jumped. She got released or let out of her contract at WWE. Good for her, because she's barely booked, barely used. How can you can't get better? Well, she's already great. Is a wrestler and technical wrestler and submission wrestler. Deonna Purrazzo's already great. But you can't get better, really. And if I was a wrestler and I wasn't being used, I'd fucking miss it. I would miss wrestling more. And in Impact, Deonna Purrazzo will be booked better and used a lot more. And I bet she's a lot happier. I liked her in NXT. She was also in NXT UK a little bit, but she's barely used. I think she's there like 2 years. At least 1 or 2 years, and she was barely used. And when she was used, she lost on Raw and NXT all the time. I don't think she ever won a match in her WWE career. So I'm very happy Deonna Purrazzo is a part of Impact. She's a great knockout, a great addition to the Knockouts division, which has a ton of great women. The Knockouts division is still fucking awesome, like it was back in 2006, where they had Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, Beautiful People. Who else? Jacqueline, Miss Jackie. Tracy Brooks they had. So Jordan Grace defends the Knockouts title against Deonna Purrazzo. My prediction, we're going to have a new Knockouts champion. Deonna Purrazzo wins. Up next for the vacated Impact Wrestling World Championship, Tessa Blanchard was a champion. I don't think she appeared once, maybe once as champion and had a match. I know she wrestled stupid scumbag Michael Elgin. That guy's a piece of shit. And if I saw him, I'd say to his face, I don't like him. And I think you're a piece of shit, Michael Elgin. And obviously you were released because you're an idiot. I don't know if he's been accused of sexual assault and the speaking out movement. He denies it all. I don't know if he did it, but Sami Callihan did get in a backstage fight with Michael Elgin and probably wanted to kick his ass and probably did. Who knows? I don't know who would win a fight. Sami Callihan seems fucking nuts. Like he'd tear your eye out of your head. And Michael Elgin's, I don't know, he seems like he could fight maybe. I don't know. He could probably kick my ass, but it wouldn't matter. I would tell him to his face, you're a piece of shit. If he kicked my ass, good for him. But I would at least try to fight back. I wouldn't go down without swinging. That's the type of guy I am. If I get my ass kicked, big deal. At least I tried to fight back. And believe me, I've been in many, many fist fights in my life. Even with some of my own family members and my own brother many times. So I'm not tough. I'm not claiming to be tough. I'm not trying to be a tough guy. I'm just saying I've been in many, many fist fights. Many fights in my life. So I'm not afraid to get in a fight. And I would actually love to kick Michael Elgin in his fucking balls. But I'll never see the guy. I'll never run into the guy. The guy's a piece of shit. He's also insane. He decided to tweet me on Twitter and he did a name search, or he didn't like me saying the Impact Wrestling on Twitter. I said, don't make him your world champion. Please don't. I didn't want to see him as world champion. And he was offended by that and decided to tweet me back and fuck him. Fuck you, Michael Elgin. I don't like you. Never have, never will. And I hope you're out of wrestling for good, because I think you're a scumbag. And don't be tweeting back at fans. That is just stupid. To be fighting with fans because they don't agree that you should be a world champion. So thank God Michael Elgin is gone. I'm glad. I'm glad he lost his job. So, Tessa Blanchard was a champion. It was a failed run and reign as champion because she never appeared hardly. She went to Mexico for some reason with her fiance, Drago. I think his name's Drago. He's still a part of Impact, I believe. He still has a contract. I doubt they'll use him anymore. They should just release him. But he was also, I believe, in Lucha Underground. So Drago and Tessa were in Mexico. They asked her to send promos on her. She could have done promos on her cell phone. Seriously. She could have done promos on her damn cell phone. And send them to Impact. She refused. I don't know why. She seems like she's hard to work with and has a big time attitude problem. Maybe she doesn't. I don't know. In interviews I've heard Tessa, she seems nice and really sweet, like she loves wrestling. But she might have an attitude problem. But her talent is too good for her to not get a job. She might be blackballed from AEW, I heard, but so what? I'm sure WWE will hire her. AEW should really hire her. They need her more than WWE does. AEW's women's division could really use Tessa. So anyways, Tessa's not the champ anymore. They stripped her of the title. Her contract was running out before Slammiversary. She couldn't come to a new agreement with them to show up. She should have just showed up and worked for free, in my opinion, and dropped the title. And maybe they would have paid her something for doing that. I don't know. But she didn't want to appear. She wasn't going to appear at Slammiversary over a contract dispute. So they stripped her. Fatal 4-Way winner gets a vacated Impact Wrestling World Championship, is the new world champion. Ace Austin. Take on Eddie Edwards. Take on Trey Manuel. Or Miguel is the guy's name. I think he's part of the Rascals. So Trey, Eddie Edwards, Ace Austin, and a mystery fourth man. I bet it will be EC3, I think. Also, Gallows Anderson might appear. I think they have a deal with Impact, or they're going there to show up at Slammiversary. Also, Heath Slater might appear. Who knows? But I think EC3 is a lock for appearing at Slammiversary. That guy was just fucking money in Impact. He was great. He's great on the mic. Great at promos. Looks great. Has the it factor, and he can wrestle. EC3 was so good when he was in Impact, and then he went to NXT, and they didn't use him. He was pretty good in NXT, but they didn't use him that much, and the main roster just killed him. Because Vince, I don't know why, Vince McMahon didn't see anything in EC3. Why? The guy looks like a fucking star, and he can cut a promo. And he's a good wrestler. I think EC3's a fucking star. And if he goes back to Impact, great for him. Great for his career. So, who will be the new world champion? My prediction, Eddie Edwards wins, is the new Impact Wrestling World Champion. I would give it to Eddie Edwards or the Mystery Man to be announced. I'd give it to Eddie Edwards or EC3. That's what I would do. But my final prediction for the new world champion, Eddie Edwards. Hope you enjoy my Slammiversary 2020 pay-per-view predictions. I'll be watching it. It's Saturday night before Extreme Rules. It is Saturday, July 18th on pay-per-view. Also, probably on Fight TV or for a cheaper price, or I don't know yet, but whatever. I'll be watching Slammiversary Saturday night on pay-per-view, and I'll do a review for it. Might even do a reaction or two to some of the matches, probably the women's gauntlet and the world title match. I'll do a reaction for, I think, maybe if I feel like it. Hope you enjoyed the predictions, the Slammiversary. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be tweeting Slammiversary live at WWE NXT Guy. Also, if you can, leave me a tip in the description at my PayPal account. I would appreciate it. Bye for now.